Amanda. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thanks for taking some time every day to hang out with me. Today's video, we have the Tribe Beauty Box subscription for February 2021. I will leave my Tribe Beauty Box playlist to watch previous unboxings, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a like. Let's get unboxing. Tribe Beauty Box is bi-monthly. Each box is $35. You can use my affiliate code ayyyeeeitsamanda for 10% off your first box. I do make commission if you use my code. I invest it right back into my channel. I have been loving that Tribe has been doing more customization. This month we got to customize between a beauty blender, or I chose the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I've actually been out for quite some time and my hands have been so chapped, dry, just from the constant washing of my hands, and it's winter time. The wind around here is super vicious, so my hands definitely take a beating during this time. But when I saw customization was between this and a beauty blender, I had to jump on this. I love the beauty blender. I have a lot of my stash right now, but this is something like I needed immediate. The scent can be a little overwhelming for some, especially if you are sensitive to scents. This one doesn't bother me. The coconut one does. Let me be clear on that. I had spilled some on myself. I had the worst headache of my life. This stuff really does help my dry skin. I would love for Sol de Janeiro to come out with a skincare line designed for your face. I would not want the scent on my face because I think that might trigger a headache, but like just being on my body, it does fade away after a while. This definitely does help, especially when I have to shave. And I dread shaving as it is, but for how dry that my skin gets since it's bare at that point, that they definitely just suffer a little bit with the constant rubbing of like leggings or something, but this stuff definitely comes to the rescue. It's a decent size. This is not the full size. I think it's like there's a mini, this size, normal size, and then jumbo. I honestly need that jumbo size because of how much I love this. I am picky with lotion. I hate lotion, and I know that sounds kind of contradictory since I do have very dry skin. I just hate the application of lotion. I find it super greasy. I don't like how clothes feel after this, but I really like how this absorbs into my skin, so I don't find that weird grossed out feeling like I do with typical lotion. Next, by Inmo Cosmetics, this is the Shades of Rose palette, and this retails for $12. And if I did not say the price of this size, it is $20, and the beauty blender is the same retail price. This is the inside of the palette. So I think that this is a great palette for Valentine's Day, even though Valentine's Day has passed. Hope you guys had a good one. I am really drawn to this purple shade right here. Some of these shades in here kind of remind me of the ColourPop wine palette, which I am wearing on today's look. There is a tutorial already up on my channel. I'll link it in case if you missed it. And of course, we're gonna do some swatches. Fantasy, Rosa, XO, Divine. Ooh, I really like XO a lot. It's a super refined glitter. I'm very picky with glitters, but this is one I would definitely consider using. And I haven't used Inmo Cosmetics eyeshadows before. I have used some of their lip and cheek products. From what I recall, I really enjoyed everything, and it's definitely more on the affordable side, even though looking at this palette, I would think it'd be a little bit more expensive than $12. And so far, it's swatching quite nice. Definitely will get a better idea once we work through the rest of the palette. Daring, Ballerina, Mi Amor, Attraction. Mi Amor definitely is a chunkier glitter. I'd be a little bit more hesitant, especially that big chunks of circles. Yeah. Glaucoma waiting to happen. Corazon, Try Me, Romance, Guilty. Those pinks are so gorgeous, especially Romance, so beautiful with that rich blue undertone. Those are my favorite pinks of all time. The pink that started the obsession of my love of blue undertones, Candy Yum Yum by MAC. So good. I definitely see staining in my future with this palette, as I see staining on my fingers. Rose Tea, Pleasure, Lust, Beauty. And this is the entire palette swatched. Overall, I think everything's swatched fine. I think what I would change about this palette is maybe removing the glitters and putting some more shimmers that complement like Ballerina, Romance, Pleasure, Lust a little bit more. I think it was cool that they did include pops of colors like XO or Mi Amor, but I wouldn't want to see them necessarily in glitter form. But I think XO will be okay for my liking since how refined it is. I'm definitely probably going to steer clear of Mi Amor. I think my only gripe is I would have liked to see more beautiful shimmers to complement these mattes. than glitters and shimmers lack thereof. But of course, those were just swatches, me taking my finger, swiping on my bare arm, no concealer at all, whereas I'll get a better idea on my primed eyes blending out with brushes. Next by Luxie Beauty, we got the 518 large powder brush that retails for $31. I love Luxie brushes so much. I'm such a huge fan. It's funny because I have a large powder brush right here, which is the 502. Looking at these brushes side by side, the 502 is more round, whereas a little bit more flat than poofs out, as opposed to applying powder foundation or setting powder with the more round brush. With this one being a little bit more flat, I'll probably use it for more bronzing or blushing. I cannot get enough of the softness and density Luxie brushes provide. They work out so nice. I always get excited seeing Luxie brushes because I am constantly creating looks, constantly cleaning my brushes. They have such a good lifespan on them. I don't even know how many Luxie brushes I have in my collection. I have not had to declutter any because of how well they keep up, especially after using them and washing them constantly. Next by Folly Fire, we got the bronzing blush, and there was either a variation between Baked or Guilty, and I received the shade Baked. I have not heard or used Folly Fire before, and this retails for $20. I'm really excited to see what the shade looks like. Ooh, this packaging is real cute. Love this shade, right up my alley. Big pan too. Oh yeah, this blush is gonna get so much use out of it. Now I'm curious to know what the shade Guilty looks like. I don't believe that was an add-on. You can only add on the customization items. If there are variations, I definitely need to have that as like an add-on feature, but I guess you wouldn't know until you got your box. Maybe in April's box, we will see the shade Guilty in add-ons. I would love that. Definitely want to look more into this brand because I love how this swatch, and I can only imagine what other products that they have, specifically blush shades. Lastly, by Inmo Cosmetics, we received these eyeliners. They each retail for $19 a piece. I have not heard of this brand either, but I'm very curious to see how these work out. I only have a few cream eyeshadows in my collection. I think I would be more gravitated towards the shade Blessed Never Stressed than the shade Influence.com, but I'm definitely more drawn to this one. I do have a lot of blue eyeshadows in my collection, so maybe pairing it with this. But I think this one's a little bit more realistic for those everyday looks, even though an everyday look for me would be this bright blue. That is pretty. I wonder if that can be a highlighter as well. And this is Blessed Never Stressed. And then Influence.com. Overall, I thought February's box is pretty solid. I'm so excited to have another Bum Bum cream. My skin definitely needs it, so I'm going to definitely incorporate that right away into my routine. Out of the newer products, the blush definitely caught my attention. If you've been following my channel for some time now, you know how much I love blush. I go blush crazy every single time, just like today, but I can't help it. It's just one of my favorite steps, and it just looks so pretty and flattering on the cheeks. This month, I learned 2 new brands, which that is what I love about Try Beauty. It's definitely more focused on women-owned, indie brands, and black-owned brands, as opposed to more of the mainstream subscription boxes like BOXYCHARM, IPSY. You're gonna try more of the popular brands that you hear from day to day. I would love to know, do you guys get Try Beauty box? Did you guys customize with the Sol de Janeiro or the Beauty Blender? And if you chose the Beauty Blender, were there any other products that were different that I may have received? But if you did choose the Sol de Janeiro, did you guys get the same blush and eyeliners as I did? And are you guys looking forward to April's box? Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and if you don't, I appreciate your view anyways, and I'll see you in the next video.